Hey there, this is Mike from the future. This is editing Mike, letting you know that we know that the podcast is out a little bit late. Unfortunately, I've been stuck dealing with the wonderful job of finishing up Arbor Day, the Root of Evil, which has pushed editing the podcast back a little bit. So this podcast was recorded at the end of February because today is St. Patrick's Day. 1 o'clock in the morning had to be St. Patrick's Day. So I just wanted to come in and apologize. We're going to get better about getting them out closer to the first of the month as usual. Post-production and editing of the film kind of took precedence. So enjoy Mike, Logan, and our special guest from back at the end of February. What's up?
Just counting how old I am.
I turned 59. Or not 50. Jesus Christ, I'm going ahead 10 years. I turned 50 in a couple months. So
yeah, Kate just did that one.
That's the fun.
Yep. Kate just hit 50 in September.
Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm. I guess that makes it 42 then.
Yeah, this will be Jen's 39.
Mm-hmm. How many times?
No, first time. First time. The beauty of 11 years difference. Mm-hmm. So we have 1 month where she's 12 behind, mm-hmm. and I get a lot of rocking the cradle jokes for 30 days. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey, welcome to Season 3, Episode 25, Big Damn Podcast. You are monthly behind the scenes of peak of our production and distribution company, Big Damn Films.
Welcome. We are officially here in the final sprint to the premiere. And this episode, we're diving into Plant a Body, Plant a Tree, and all that goodness. So let's get into it.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, we're going to have a special guest.
A guest? Who?
Yeah, we're going to have the mighty Bill Farrow join us.
Bill! Hello! How are you?
I'm well. I just got your email a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yep, and Marissa and I are now unpacking.
Good. We just made the decision a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Luckily, I looked at the email today rather than driving down to Jersey tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna text you right after this.
Yep. No problem.
But yeah, I mean, we have Logan is wiser than I am, and it's like, oh, where are we with Arbor Day? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, we have this 37-hour film festival. He's like, well, we have a movie.
Mm-hmm. Priorities here.
That is the short version of the conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have been fun to do. It would have been good, but between the weather, between some people being sick, and between our actual number one priority not being completely in the can yet, priorities.
Hey, look, it is way more in the can than Zeke.
Yeah, well, depends on which can you're talking about.
So yeah, Bill is joining us for those listening to the podcast because we put a call out to our paid Patreon members and said, hey, if we're recording the episode because we're recording way late, and whoever wants to join. And we initially had a link that went to, I guess, a past recording session we did, and it wouldn't let us hit record. So we sent a new version out, and then Bill joined that one.
I joined the first too.
Let me just pop over there to make sure nobody is sitting in that one and waiting.
And I have reflections on my glasses.
How's the weather up there?
Well, it was mid-40s today. I got most of the snow and ice off my driveway.
There you go.
We've still got 2-foot drifts, but
yeah, we've still got about 2 or 3 foot down here in most places. Roads are clear, but snow hasn't left us yet.
And I get to sleep in tomorrow.
Good. I'm really glad for that. I don't.
Director's work is never done. Editor's work is never done.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're in
Producer's
the
work is never
editors.
done.
Bill, you have no idea.
In your one-man show, you get to do everything. Well, in this
no.
case, a two-man show.
We're a two-man show.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm very fortunate. We have Edwin, who's our DP, who's going to be our color correctionist, and he already did a phenomenal job with the theatrical teaser trailer that we just released. Tamara Johnson and Johnny Wilson are going to make this thing sound like $10 million.
Yep.
And we're kind of, we're 57 days away.
It's pretty crazy.
Yep. I've already booked the hotel for the ride back.
Nice.
Whenever you're done, I got to drive Marissa home, and then I found the hotel right there in Queens because I don't feel like driving the next 2 hours afterwards.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is the theater's only an hour and a half away from Queens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Although last time I got there, it was some parts of Lower Manhattan I'd never been on before.
So yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about New Jersey is Queens is equal distance from the Smod Castle as where I live in Mays Landing.
Yeah.
So, it's a nice little central location. It's fascinating that we're this close. Mm-hmm. It's still surreal. But yeah, I mean, we have some final notes on Justin Timpane here. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is short done. Logan does get a speaking part in this movie, but not in the way that you think.
Well, no one will recognize him. I've been watching the trailers, and I don't think you're going to walk down the street. No one's going to know who you are.
No.
That's going to be the best part for him. It's everybody else is full face, and everybody's going to be like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah, they'll be recognizing. Everybody else. That'll be
good. So, Bill, we were just talking before we came on, just kind of pre-gaming as we do, about we're already almost 30% occupancy on the theater.
Mm-hmm.
We have 57 days left.
Yep.
We've already had one additional theater in Rutherford, New Jersey, reach out to us and ask to share the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Plant a Body in the theater and We'll Plant a Tree in the Woods is getting traction, so we're starting to get some media attention on that.
Cool.
Good.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the inner. I had this conversation with Jen yesterday, and welcome to the. For those of you not on the Patreon, we're going to edit a lot of this out, so only paid members can hear parts of this conversation. So this is where you're going to hear that Patreon jingle come in right about here.
Hey, podcast listener. If you're hearing this, you're only getting part of the story. Our Patreon members get exclusive early access to live recordings, bonus content, and the full unedited version of this podcast. Join us at patreon.com/BigDamnFilms and be part of the Big Damn story.
All right, and this is where if you're not a paid member of the Patreon, you've just missed probably 10 minutes of me running my mouth and Logan and Bill just agreeing to everything. But Bill, we're also, because this is going to come out on March 1st, nothing like editing a podcast and a movie at the same time. We're going to be celebrating Logan for the next few minutes because he had a birthday on February 13th.
I did 42.
I know. I'm trying to think. You were 29 on Redemption, or close to that.
Close to that, probably. Yeah, right around there. Maybe even doesn't feel that long ago, but it sounds that long ago.
Yeah, I turned 50 in a couple months, and I was 33 when we were filming Broncos. So yeah, it was a bit.
Yep.
I'm not saying a word.
Bill is still always eternally 21.
Well, somewhere, give or take. My body says so.
Yeah,
Maybe it's my mind that says so, and the body says, "Oh no."
So in past episodes, we've talked about like Logan's rise to co-owning the company. But in looking at, we're about to release a movie. Looking at Logan officially has been on screen for everything Big Damn Films has released, including our short that we did for the 37-hour film festival.
That's true.
I don't know that we can now ever like make a big. I have not even been in anything that we've.
Well, I've just got to keep doing at least the Stan Lee cameos, if nothing else, for everything.
100%.
Like just to keep the record.
We'll just have you in the background, like eating soup, like you did in Brown Coats.
Yeah, eat soup, take a drink, just do something like, you'll see me anywhere. That's fine. But I'll just come into the Stan Lee. Hey, I want one of those. That's it. We're done.
So that's the, happy belated birthday by the time this comes
happy
out.
Birthday.
But
thank you.
As you said, you had your biggest, most public birthday ever.
That blew up pretty large.
It was well deserved, considering everything with everything going on. Moving right along, Bill can't see these notes, so he's going to experience it in real time. So feel free to jump into chat however you want, Bill. But we're going to be talking about Darkstone and those releases. So The Fright Before Christmas 2 is now on Tubi.
Yep. So that's
good. So you can watch 1 and 2 on Tubi.
And we have had the biggest streaming financial February since we've started streaming content.
Awesome.
We have eclipsed last February by 500%.
Wow. Good.
And that's not a real number. That's just 5 times what we did the previous year. So,
well, I mean, that was one of the things they said, and one of the things we wanted to do too was once we can start to have a library of Darkstone stuff, the libraries of things, make a bigger impact than a one-off.
Yeah. 100%.
And the more we can start to multiply and do that, the more we can sell it to different, the more we can do so much more with it on behalf of Darkstone.
And that rolls right into Rifters, because Rifters is officially locked. Justin and Johnny have worked out the score. I need to, after this call, look at the agreement that we have with Enlight to make sure Justin's credits are right on the soundtrack, because we'll be releasing, Bill, a double vinyl soundtrack of Justin's score for Rifters.
Yeah.
And then depending on how much of a score we have for Arbor Day, I think doing the same thing down the line would be great. Leading into, we know Johnny has like at least 2 more projects
at least
that we're aware of that are ready to go. We do have the one that is led by all TikTokers. Have you seen that one yet?
I have not.
Okay. Your Bill hasn't seen it. So Johnny let us know that he had partaken in a movie with a bunch of TikTokers that he wrote, like the pilot and stuff like that. So we're going to get that and turn that into a feature. I'm
sorry. Yes. Okay.
I don't want to say anything about the title.
Nope, that's fine. That's fine. He's done a lot, so sometimes it's remembering which one I've seen and haven't. And yes, okay, got it.
Okay. So VidCon is interested in having us out. VidCon in Anaheim,
my
California.
Son that he wants to go.
That's how I'm celebrating my 50th, because Jen will be working that. So we have to get a list of all the TikTokers from John and who's interested in going out and spending time at VidCon.
Right.
Because they're interested in giving us space.
Okay.
Now, the thing about VidCon is that you're a guest, but you pay your own way. Like, they'll help you coordinate like a hotel and everything.
Yeah.
But,
where is it?
Anaheim, California.
Anaheim.
Literally across the street from Disneyland. I know, right?
I see.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we won't be... Liam, I hope you don't listen to our podcast.
I'm just waiting for him to find it. Like, one day they're all going to come across some of this or older stuff and just be like, wait, is that Dad? Yeah. Surprise. But yeah, no, he's been talking about VidCon because I guess one of the YouTubers he listens to is going or something. So he's like, I want to go and meet him.
Who's the guy?
I don't freaking know. Some unintelligible millennial name.
Find out the name and Jen, you know.
I know. We'll talk.
We'll talk. You got a guy.
I got you. You got a girl.
I know. We got a Jersey thing. But that means like this year with Arbor Day, with Rifters, with whichever the other movie Johnny's going to be releasing.
Yep.
Whether that be, I think Fright Before Christmases are every other year.
I think so.
So that'll be next year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we have one of the two at least that we've talked about 100 times, if not that TikToker one that'll be coming out.
Yep.
Which would be nice. Like we have a nice little stable of movies, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then where do we go from there?
Well, we had talked about doing some other things with Arbor Day as well. Arbor Day adjacent projects.
We did.
And I'm refraining from going into those until Arbor Day is locked. But
let's add more.
No.
Focus to the plate.
Focus.
Mike isn't busy enough.
Exactly.
Well, hold on. At least 4 hours a day.
Bill, to be fair, we went to John Johnson's house and Logan's looked at me and was like, we can only do 3 things. Mm-hmm. And I looked at John and I'm like, I've got 6 ideas. So yeah, it's very, very much a like John and I are a little like in that way, like you gotta kind of put the blinders on of us and lock us in the chair, otherwise we'll start going like crazy with doing shit. So yeah, I've already spoken to Edwin about that. He's down for doing it when he is here, because we have some pickup shots that we need to do in the beginning to actually show spring.
Spring, fall, winter.
Well, there's a great line that's been added in the movie to explain why Arbor Day looks like fall. But we want to film like the opening of the movie, like because there's a voiceover that takes place, and we want to have like green and spring and stuff like that leading into the everything's dead. So Edwin will be coming out probably with the weather now end of March. Which pushes a lot of things back from like MPAA readings and all that other fun stuff. It is what it is.
Yep. It'll be all right.
But yeah, we have some auxiliary Arbor Day content to go along with it. Speaking of Arbor Day, we have our nice little as we do with every Big Damn Films project. We tie to charity. So this time we're every dollar from a ticket sale or a Blu-ray or a DVD will go to planting a tree. So we have this fun campaign called Plant Your Body in the Theater and We'll Plant a Tree in the Woods. And if we sell out the Smodcastle theaters, that's immediately 150 trees planted. And that's not counting like, you know, the $30+ will be contributing from the cast and crew attendance. So that'll be close to 200 trees, and we're going to try for 1 million. Because if we hit 1 million trees, then the film's done really fucking well.
Really well.
And look, you know, when we started this, I was looking at, for those that can't see, because you're listening to the podcast version, I am holding up the Taylor Swift Eras Cup tour, Era Tours Cup from when that was out in the theaters. The thing about that was that it was just her, not just her, but her and her team released it. They partnered with the movie theater.
Yeah.
And that is kind of the way we've looked at Big Damn Films releases, is that we want to just do it ourselves. Like, we don't want to give up 50% of our costs, because here's the math. And this, I'll just share this with Bill. When you work with a distributor to go into theatrical, there is a split. And that split generally goes 50% to the theater, then 50% to who's ever distributing the movie. When you hand that to a distributor, that 50% gets split, often by 50%. So we would only get a quarter of the total profits. Taylor Swift went right to the theaters, partnered with them, probably made a better sweetheart deal than 50-50. And she got all of that proceeds, right? So then Markiplier just came out with Iron Lung and went head to head with Sam Raimi, and was only like $1 million shy of, if not tying, but $2 million away from beating a movie that has Disney, marketing dollars behind it. Doing it the same way. Like, he had a small team who would just call theaters, and then he got his fan base to call like other theaters, and he went from initially 50 showings to 4,000 because AMC, Regal, and other places picked it up. We are not delusional enough to think that we're going to have that success, but like, those business models prove that with a dedicated fan base, with direct participation from a theater, like, you can do great things. So our plan is that we kick off with the premiere. We find a couple indie theaters that'll work with us. We find a good split for them, generally 50-50, and they keep concessions. We take all the financial burden of marketing. And then we take that to a bunch of different theaters, and hopefully we can build a little groundswell like we did with Brown Coats, and go from there, which would be really great. But working with the Arbor Day Foundation, who has been very kind, Logan and I have had a few conversations with them.
I mean, who better to plant trees on our behalf of Arbor Day than the Arbor Day Foundation?
Correct. But also, like, look, this is a horror movie, and I think we talked about this in the last podcast. Like, they acknowledge and support what we're doing as a project, but like, I think once we show the proof in the pudding that we're actually generating them some money from the movie, and we have to go through the same thing with Brown Coats. Like, a couple of the Quality Now, and a couple of them were like, hey, that's great, you can raise money for us. And then when we started raising money for them in thousands of dollars, they were like, oh, you can definitely raise money. And so like, there's a pivot. But regardless, like, we're being transparent. This is where everything's going. I'm already seeing a greater response since we made that announcement of our mission of 1 million trees. So next 57 days will be pretty crazy and interesting.
Looking forward to it.
Bill, do you have any questions?
Every day, no.
Okay, good.
I'm just waiting to hit the theater.
Well, good, because now we're going to talk about theater experience. So part of the podcast has always been like sharing behind the scenes of what we're doing. So the way we've done this is that we have a certain allotment of seats for the cast and crew. All the cast and crew get to bring a +1. And then if they want more than that, they have to pay for it, right? We're giving you 2 free seats. So Logan and his fellow cast member get to bring one, and then everybody under the sun. And we know that some people aren't going to be able to make it. Like, we have people from Arizona. Johnny Wilson lives in Hawaii. Tamara's in California. Like, while it would be great to have all of those people, and some people are already working on other films. So of our total 66 allotted seats, we may only have like 40 taken.
Yeah.
But then that leaves like a big wide open. So we've got 20 VIP tickets, which Bill and Marissa are already one of the first two to get them.
Yep.
Those VIP seats get you early access. You're going to get a photo with the cast and crew. You're going to get a limited edition axe. Yes, a real axe, the same axe we used for the arborist, and it's going to be engraved with Arbor Day, the Root of Evil premiere. It's going to have the Spodcastle Cinemas logo and then the date on it. And we only have 20 of those, so we've already sold about. I think we're at 50%.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we have general admission for $20. And we're going to talk real quick about what that premiere date looks like for those wondering how this gets planned out.
April 24th, 2026.
April 24th, 2026. 2 weeks before that, our movie name will go up on the marquee on both sides for 2 weeks. Our poster will go outside and inside the theater. We're already selling tickets, which is great. We're going to start getting some marketing placement from them. They're being really gracious. Like, I'm tagging them in every Instagram post as a collaborator, and they're accepting like the big ones, like the trailers. And then a week before, there'll be like little marquee signs on the inside. I have an idea that I think you and I talked about on the last episode, but I'm going to run it back again for Bill, is that when you go in Smodcastle, for those that haven't gone, in front of Theater 1 where we're going to be, they have all of these apple boxes, which are used on film sets. They have the burnt of Smodcastle on the side. So I want to go get an apple box and put the same stuff that's going to be on the axe, the stuff that's on our Facebook banner, and then have an axe sticking in the top of it that we secure with like Gorilla Glue or like something. And then that'll be like our week before promotion. Then we get to the 2 days before the movie, where I'm going to go into the theater. If Logan's in town, he's more than welcome to join. And we'll do technical specs of just making sure the movie works, where we're going to have chairs for the Q&A, where we're going to be putting our camera to record everything, and all of that. And then on the day, on April 24th, we will have our premiere. And we have the theater from 8 o'clock till 11, and we can extend it by an hour if we need to. Also, if we sell out the theater, we do have the option to get an adjacent theater available to us. So yeah, help us, plant more trees. That'd be great.
Yep.
The schedule for the day, Logan, this is what I'm thinking.
Yep.
And you can tell me what you think, is that VIP doors open at 8 o'clock. From 8 to 8:15, VIP gets to pick their seats. One of the rules of Smodcastle Cinemas is that there are no reserved seats. So it's first come, first serve. So from 8 to 8:15, the VIP people will get to come in. They'll get their wristbands. They'll get to find a seat that they want. Then they can go back out to concessions. 8:15, we'll let General pop in. From 8:15 to 8:30, find their seats, get everything seated, let them get their concessions. Spodcastle gets all the costs from concessions. So we're really grateful for that. From 8:30 to 8:40, we'll have like a brief welcome of just me and you, thanking everybody that's on stage, telling them what they can expect. We'll have on the background like a QR code of like follow the movie and here's our hashtags. If you've ever been to a premiere of anything or like a Fandango screening, it'll look a lot like that. At 8:30, we will kick off the movie.
Yep.
And I am debating whether I sit in the theater for it or not. I'm very nervous. But from 8:30 to 10 o'clock will be the showing of the movie. We'll let the credits go. There'll be a nice little teaser at the end of the credits for those people that watch it. And then from 10 o'clock to 10:35, or to 10:30, we'll do the Q&A, which we'll
Mhm.
record for the Patreon supporters to hear.
Mhm.
It'll also be a bonus feature on the Blu-ray and DVD. And then from 10:30, 10:35 till 11 o'clock, we'll kick everybody that's not a VIP out. The VIPs will then be given their axes. They will get their photos with cast and
Mhm.
crew in front of the step and repeat. We will then be done at 11.
Yeah.
And then we will blow out.
There you go.
Does that schedule sound good
Yeah.
to both of you guys?
Yep. So basically, I gotta be there around 7:30 just to
Yep.
park in that parking lot and.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
not
recommendation.
just driving around the block this time.
Yeah. My recommendation, and I'm going to send this to everybody that is a VIP, and then like later on, everybody that's not. They have some great restaurants in the area. I think the Atlantic is right across the street, which is always good. My recommendation to anybody coming is come out, get here at 7 o'clock, go grab a meal, go, get a burger, get a steak, whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
Be parked in the area, because parking over there, as you're hearing from Logan and Bill, can be dicey if you wait till the last minute. So there is a free parking lot behind the buildings on the opposite side of the street from the theater. There is free parking in spots throughout, but if that parking lot fills up, it is a minimum 2-block walk to the theater, to the next closest parking spot.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
That'll be cut out. So, I mean, I will probably be at the theater in Logan if you're able to. I'll be at the theater from pretty much like 5 and 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And on, just to make sure, because anal retentive and want to make sure everything's good. And as much as I love the people at Smod Castle, and I know that they've got their shit together, and I'm not worried about it. Connor over there, who has been our point of contact, it's been amazing. Until 11 o'clock hits and the last thing is done, I am going to be a neurotic mess of combination of P.T. Barnum and like OCD. Because I want to make sure that every part of the experience for everybody is really, really good. Debating, I have to look at the restaurants in the area, Logan. I think maybe we do like a mini after party at like the Atlantic on the second floor or something.
Yeah, if we can take a look and say, sure.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Look, if we sell out, I'm just going to extend it by an hour.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then just give us more time.
Yeah, we'll need to, just for humans moving.
Humans moving, we'll move the photo to being on the stage instead of the step and repeat in the hallway. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be better.
Yep.
And then here's my proposition to you, Logan, and you could tell me what you think. If we sell out all of our VIPs by April 1st, we consider opening like 4 more just for the 24 VIPs on the 24th day of April.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That works.
Hadn't thought about that till now. Otherwise,
love it. Done.
Great.
Otherwise, that would have made sense to...
It would have made sense to have those at the beginning.
That's fine. 24. Done.
Cool. So see, we've talked about the limited edition acts. We've talked about the logistics. I have been asked by one of our investors if Kevin Smith will be available. I think we don't ask that question until we've sold 50% of the theater.
I think at least 50. Yeah.
Look, I know the minute if he says yes and we can get it, one, we're going to sell out the theater.
Right.
2, as great of an experience it will be, we will be bankrupt because it'll be a net wash. Because I at least his cost alone is going to probably be in the $3,000 up.
Oh, sure.
Justifiably so. But we're also going to need to probably like validate if he'd be willing to do the Q&A. Now, I'm not going to lie to both of you. I'm not going to lie to anyone listening to this. if he is going to be there
Mm-hmm.
and he does our Q&A,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need somebody to consistently say something snarky to me to keep me focused instead of going, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Mm.
I've met Kev several times.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful human being.
Apparently he's been several times.
Yes. More than once.
More than once even.
Hold
Yes,
on.
several.
Am I still around? Can you hear me?
Oh.
Am I back?
There you are. Okay.
You're back.
Great.
It was literally,
So
I have met him several times.
I've met him several times. He's a wonderful human being. He remembers faces, not names, unless you've met him like a lot.
Okay.
He would be a phenomenal host for anything.
Oh, sure.
But I'm also going to need like a kick in the ass to be like, hey, this is Kevin's Q&A, but this is our show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I shouldn't have that problem.
You won't have that problem.
No.
I know I'll have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
I know Johnny and Justin may have that problem.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, hey, great fucking problem to have.
Great problem to have.
Yep. The only thing I could see is you're right about selling, half the theater at least, because as soon as his name is mentioned, now are you filling up the theater for your fans or for his people?
Right.
Bill, I don't care. We're getting their email addresses anyway. Look, if we get the Kevin Smith rub and we get blessed with selling out the theater thanks to Kevin Smith, there will forever be connected to the story of Kevin Smith help us sell out,
mm-hmm.
the theater. I have no shame in announcing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also I want us to do this as much as we can on our own before we get that kind of effect.
Yeah.
So Logan, we're at 57 days out at the time of this recording. This recording will go to the paid Patreon members tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
The edited version will go out on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to hear it. I'm ready to, having seen all the different kind of cuts and edits along the way and seen all the pieces, I think I'm excited to see it start to come together more.
Now, full disclosure, you are not a horror fan.
Nope.
Your wife is not a horror fan.
Nope.
But you both have watched the rough cut of The Assembly.
Yes.
As a non-horror fan,
mm-hmm.
We have a special ending that nobody's going to know about until the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
We have a rough cut of the movie, and we know that we're going to trim it down by another 10 minutes based on Justin's notes. How would you describe the movie to Bill, who has not had the good fortune of seeing the iterations? So this is Logan, the non-horror guy, selling the horror movie.
So it's an introduction to a world through a series of interconnected short stories. And it's something that I would say I've read much more than I've seen on screen. Huge Star Trek fans, more sci-fi fan. There were some anthology books that came out. I forget who the editor was. Marco Palmieri, maybe something. Anyway, and it was after Voyager was done, there was a collection of Voyager short stories that kind of let you back into that world a little bit. And I feel like this is kind of like that. And I can't say I've seen many movies that have, the independent stories, but the connected narrative as tightly as this one does. And I think the different stories that we have, they each have slightly different emotional components to them. whether they're a little funnier, a little more serious, a little more
weird,
dark, a little more weird, a little more whatever. And the way they've been arranged in the editing, the way Mike arranged them in the editing, they flow really nicely.
What about the interstitials in between? So for context,
that's the interconnectivity,
right? So Bill, I don't know how many horror anthologies you've seen.
Back in the day, the 70s.
But they generally are like, outside of like Creepshow and Tales from the Crypts, they're generally like, oh, we found this VHS tape and let's watch it. And then there's like, here's what's on the VHS tape. And like, that's the most connectivity until the big scare at the end that there is. And there's an absolute place for those movies. There's nothing like that is a tried and true horror anthology trope. Yeah. Ours takes a completely different turn on it and makes it an overall part of the narrative. Which I'm because there, we do a good job of like acknowledging what the movie is. We do a good job, and I say this as, I'm very critical of my own stuff. Like I could edit Browncoats Redemption 1,000 more times. We do a good job of having the audience's voice and expectations in the movie in between each short. So like, it's just a way for the audience to know that A, we're not taking ourselves too seriously. B, we know that we're playing in a slasher genre that's kind of gotten 1,000 different subgenres. And I think we're going to subvert some expectations, especially with the ending. Because there's two cast members that we're not really going to include in the marketing, because they give away parts of the story. So that being said, I'm very nervous and excited to hear what people who like love horror think of this, because I think this is like an entry level horror movie. Right. Like this is, if you want to look at the far extreme of things, you have like the Terrifier movies and like those like Saw and the big body horror type stuff. Like this is closer to like the theatrical release of like Megan and the original Friday the 13th and Halloween. Like it's there. It's just
the horror
not
genre
as
is also suspenseful.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to say that, more suspenseful than that gore body horror.
Right.
How many gallons of ketchup did you use in the film? If it's more than 10, you got a different film there.
Yeah. And look, Logan and I have already talked about what the sequel will be. We know like the next 2 or 3 versions of this movie. Winding River Campground is sight unseen of the movie. Already like, you can come back for whatever you want. And they're amazing. We will potentially outgrow them at some point, but they will always be part of this. No, I think Logan, that's a fair assessment of the movie for somebody that hasn't seen it.
Now I'm going to have some questions, and I don't expect answers.
You can ask anything you want, and we will answer it. And Bill,
to the best of our ability,
and I don't want to give anything away, but I'm kind of getting the impression that the 5 or 6 shorts that you have could be viewed independently without losing much. But as you said, the little scenes between each short, when you get the whole package together, you'll see where things actually fit. I'm thinking of The Sixth Sense, where that one scene when the ring hits the floor, the entire theater goes, and they get it. But all the clues were there. So I'm assuming you've done something, I'm not going to say similar, but in the same vein, where they're all eventually tied together at the, quote, big reveal. So, or am I totally wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Yep.
But you're skating the line of what we don't want to give away with the.
That's what I was trying to definitely not go near. I want to be surprised in the theater. No,
I think you are spot on though, in that you could probably chop out any of the shorts, view it as a, here's a short film festival, and each one of them could stand on their own.
Yeah, 100%. Each short could stand on its own. There's the connective tissue of, so this isn't spoiling anything, Bill. We've talked about this before. It's kind of like the premise of the movie. We filmed this in 7 days, and the way we did that is we had the same production crew, the same bad guy, the same costume, the same effects. Each director got to tell their version of a story. Using those tools. They were limited to the number of casts they could have. They were limited to the number of kills. They were limited to how their story impacts the overarching narrative. But independently, these could be seen as five independent stories or shorts set in the same universe. But in the overarching narrative, like we're setting the story up, is that the premise of the story is this guy has explored all of the
cryptids. Don't give too much away on.
No. This is the 140 character log line that we're sending to people to describe the movie. So this guy he's explored all the cryptids and weird New Jersey stuff, and he stumbled across this campground that closes every Arbor Day. And he shows up the day before to try to get in to see if it's real, and is told 5 stories to try to scare him away. And those are the shorts. So that part we're not hiding that part of the story. The rest of it is where I think your Sixth Sense analogy kind of comes in perfectly. Because there's a subplot through line that really, I think, is going to kick people in the balls in the last 10 minutes of the movie. What are your other questions, Bill? This is kind of fun.
I just thought about the big reveal. I would pay a whole lot of money when the mask comes off and I go, and it's Pee Wee Herman.
There you go.
But unfortunately, we don't have a masked bad guy.
I know. Yeah, but
that was 2 hours of makeup every day.
Yeah.
But I do. But Logan, Bill has now one of the shorts in the next one needs to have the Scooby-Doo ending of like holding and it's Old Man Withers. But then we have a twist on that. So Bill, you just you're giving partial writing credit to the sequel. All right, what other questions do you have?
I think that was about it for Arbor Day.
Okay. What other questions do you have in general?
I was prepping for the 37-hour challenge, and I rewatched the last year's, and I was talking to a cousin of mine who just had knee surgery, and she said, "Oh, I'd love to see you and Marissa in that." I says, "Well, you can't, because is it just on Patreon?
No, it's on YouTube.
It is on YouTube. Okay,
yeah.
I'll have to try to find it, and
it's on the Big Damn Films channel, and I'll put it in the. You know what? I'm gonna put it in the comments. Share, copy link. We'll put it in the private chat.
Yeah, I'll know to look for it.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Great.
And for Patreon supporters, we'll throw it back. I think we put it in the Patreon account a while ago, but we'll pop it back up for Bill.
Let's see. Can I save link as somewhere?
There we go.
Hopefully that works. Who knows?
It's going to work just fine.
Yeah.
Look, that was really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
You know, watching my wife pay a priest for every time Logan said shit. Highlight of my, could not get any better. And look, it was really good. I think it was really good to do that before filming Arbor Day. it was really good to kind of like get the dust off, and just kind of have like familiar faces before we got, because the nice thing about Arbor Day is that I think we have, let's see, who returned from the past. Logan, Brooke, Paul Sieber, who's in Z-Con, Kevin Troy, and Judy Farrow, who are in Browncoats. That's it. And like
I really
everybody else
to get down there.
I think everybody else was new
to participate. I just couldn't work out getting down there.
Sure. No, it's totally okay. Look,
this will not be the only one we do. This is the beginning
of all the other ones.
Yeah,
behind the scene.
Well, you were definitely behind the scenes on this one, like supporting with Patreon and all that other fun stuff. The fact that you're like one of our first tickets sales like means the world. But yeah, I mean, look, Bill, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was 14-hour days, 7 days straight.
Yep. Or were they nights?
Longer than 14.
Like it was all nights.
No. So there was only one full overnight, and that was Justin Tim Payne's.
Yep.
Everybody else did like either half day, half night, or all day. Like Joe Raffa's is all day. Brooks is day. John Carey's and mine are day night, and Justin is just straight overnight.
Yep.
Justin's was the final shoot of the whole thing, so we saved like the most brutal schedule for last. Look, the project wasn't without its faults. Like Logan and I had a nice 3-hour conversation after my day of filming about that. We course corrected, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And if they're not happy, they haven't told me. They've told Logan. Which I think is ultimately wise. But yeah, I mean, look, we now have Edwin, who's going to come back for anything we do. Brooke she's already been told she's one of the first writers coming back. She's our costumer for whatever we do.
Yep.
Haley has more than earned her place in Arbor Day history.
Yep.
And we said this on the last episode, like, Brooke, Haley, and Logan executed the crazy thing that I had in my brain perfectly. And, Bill will share with you, what the arborist looked like on day one, and then how drastically that changed on day two. We'll do that separately. Because look,
it could be on the Q&A.
Yeah.
It'll be on the Q&A. The arborist physically looked the same except for his face.
Yeah.
And that was partially because, like, look, this is a learning. I had a stroke 5 months before. My brain wasn't always great. We should have had a weekend of makeup testing, but Haley turned around and in 24 hours now has created like an iconic character who people are like, that's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited. But yeah, I mean, Brooke, Haley, and Logan brought a now iconic character to life beautifully. That being said, I think we're heading towards the end of the episode, Logan.
I think we are.
Bill, do you have any final notes, questions, comments, or concerns?
Well, I was just thinking for the premiere, you need one of those, 6-foot or full size, cardboard cutouts of the arborist.
Yes. There's that miscellaneous marketing budget we were talking about before we started.
There it is.
There it is. All right.
Or you just have Logan stand outside the theater.
Yeah.
Look, don't get me wrong. When we do our pre-shoots, we've already talked to Haley about like, hey, can we do like a makeup test? And I am fully committed if we can get Logan in the costume to have him stalking around the Smodcastle Theater. and getting a bunch of great social media B-roll for it.
Mm-hmm.
I would hunt hands down. That would be a brilliant way to spend the day.
Oh yeah.
It's just when you get the arborist eating popcorn and just throwing it in his face because he can't open his mouth.
Oh yeah.
You know, maybe that's what we'll do is we'll talk to Connor at Smodcastle and see if we can't record like an opening PSA of don't use your phone.
Yes. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And then the arborist just comes up from behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, we don't have anything else going on, Bill.
No.
All right. Well, I think that'll wrap up.
And we lost him again.
Yeah.
And I'm talking.
Yeah, we need to sell out that theater so we can get a new computer.
I'm just watching. I know, right? What's great is I can hear everything you're saying, and I can see everything you're doing. And I'm responding in real time, just waiting for it to pop back up. All right, so that'll do it on episode 25 of the Big Damn Podcast. We want to give a huge shout out to DJ Zafer for creating our theme music. History is repeating itself because DJ Zafer was the lead in CCon.
Mm-hmm. But before we wrap things up, we need to give a huge Big Damn thank you to our amazing supporters on Patreon, one of which is right here. Bill.
There we go.
Thanks to you and Amy Hassa at the Big Damn Hoodie tier. Ashley, Heather Ackroyd, John Hina, Lauren Budd, Nicole Vaughn, Samuel, and Stephen Woods at the Big Damn High Five tier.
Yep.
And, of course, our free supporters, Catherine, Scott, and Victoria. Thank you.
Yeah. And head on over to BigDamnEntertainment.com to grab those Smodcastle tickets, or just go to SmodcastleCinemas.com and you have to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page to get there. Yep. But if you go to BigDamnEntertainment.com / the Arbor Day movie, it'll get you a direct link.
Subscribe to our show, follow us on the socials, and hopefully we see you at the premiere.
Thanks for listening, and as always, keep telling your big damn stories.